Nightshade looked out at the rain. Quite a bit ago, he'd moved into this mess of a two-leg structure. At least it kept him out of the rain. Despite the protection, he willingly padded out into the weather. The forest in the distance belonged to shadowclan, one of the 4 clans in the forest. Nightshade wasn't very fond of them. It was windclan who had caused him to flee here to begin with. It sank its claws into the wood below, though they weren't able to get too deep into thought before a putrid scent caught their attention. In the two-leg rubbish below, a disgusting liquid was pooling. It was an uneven shade of green. Something within the trash had melted into the rain. It smelt familiar. It was almost like herbs? Like foxglove or lilies. Poison they'd become familiar with. If it was right, that meant... They dipped their claws into the foul-smelling liquid, letting it seep into them. Careful to keep off his claws, he padded away towards the stream border. It didn't take long for an opportunity to present itself to him. They tilted their head to the young cat. "Hello." Flickerpaw blinked at the stranger. "Hi?" "You're far away from your camp. Are you lost?" He feigned concern. Yeah," she mumbled. His tail flicked. Come with me. I have something really cool to show you, and I can help you home after." "Oh, really? Cool." She hopped off the log. "Nice flowers." "Thanks." They dipped their head. "Here, come this way so we're not so close to the stream." "Okay," she chirped. He outstretched a paw. "I found this weird liquid thing, and I need to see what it does. Cool though, right?" "Ooh," she patted forward to sniff it. They kind of just watched. Was this even gonna work? Weird. "Who are you, anyways?" "I'm Flickerpaw. I just became an apprentice a few days ago." Nightshade quickly stood and aggressively slashed his claws across the cat's chest. Not enough to kill on its own, but enough for the poison to seep in. Flickerpaw toppled over, gasping. Ow! Ow! She pulled herself away from the rope, trembling in pain. "How's that feel?" He kept up the happy tone, though his face was blank. "It hurts!" Flickerpaw cried, feeling the burning sensation spread across her limbs. Why did you..." Flickerpaw shivered. It was like she was on fire. Her limbs gave out under her, and she collapsed on the ground, gasping. Paralysis. Interesting. That's all it needed to know. He stood, heading over to the apprentice. "It's Nightshade, by the way," they murmured, with a now low tone. They gently wrapped their maw around the apprentice's scruff and dragged them. "Thank you." He gently put the body into the stream, allowing the apprentice to float away. They weren't even dead yet. They sat, lost in thought for a moment. This was a weapon. They seemed satisfied. Light on their paws, they turned and headed back to the carry-on. Nightshade began to clean their pelt, extremely careful to avoid going too far down its legs. They sat for quite a while, thinking, only interrupted when they saw a flash of orange fur. It didn't take long for another cat to stray close, it seems.
She would see a black blob with hints of purple with the figure. She squinted. Hello? She spoke up, her tail swishing around.
Hello, they replied, once again appearing chipper. What's got you so close to the border?
Her eyes widened, her guard up. She spoke with caution. Borage. The medicine cat said it was around here. Somewhere. Her eyes darting around.
Oh, borage, they thought for a second. It's closer to the Thunder Path, he pointed with his tail. I can take you there, if you cross.
She squinted, slowly nodding her head with her words. Aha. Her eyes wandered to the tree behind them. Seeing the borage clear as day, she blurted. It's right there.
They blinked, shifting a bit. No, they cursed under their breath. Well, I suppose you'd have to cross the stream anyways. They gestured next to them.
That's a very ominous thing to say. Either way, I don't think I will anymore. My father has told me about loners, even worse, rogues. She said, anxiousness laced in her words.
That's not very kind. His feigned friendliness wavered. Your choice, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it? She mumbled. She'd have to let her clan know about this cat, right? She huffed. I'll just have to find Borge somewhere else. She patted off.
They waited for the she-cat to be fully out of view before padding to the aforementioned borage. Letting out a low growl, he reared up and slashed through the blue flower. She was right there! He yowled. Any chance he had to pick off a clan cat, he'd vowed to take it. But this one he lost. They stomped the remaining petals into the dirt, twisting their paw to further tear them apart. Mouse brain, they cursed. They didn't even bother taking shelter from the rain. Having not slept, they plopped down and curled up quickly, curling up tightly into a small ball of anger.
She was furious, the pretty flowers now mushed into mud. She trotted up to the feline with her cheeks puffed out. She yips. You!
They woke quickly, pupils narrowed to slits as they fell into eclipse haze. Oh, this cat.
You ruined good herbs for what? She tried to sound angry, but it was all a whine. Did shadowclan do anything to you? Her ears pinned.
You have no idea, he growled under his breath, though barely audible. Truth be told, they wanted shadowclan to suffer as they had, but he needed a way in.
Now I have nothing to give Moon Creek. She whined, more softer now. She realized she was talking to some random rogue? Loner? Who are you? She tensed.
Maybe this was the way in. He hopped down, wincing as he lifted a back leg. They faked a small limp, nearly falling over. Nightshade, And you?
She squinted, backing up. Eclipse. Eclipse haze. She looked to his leg. Did you stomp on those orbs so hard you twisted something? She was still salty.
No, they huffed. The rain, it makes the wood here slippery. I misplaced a step is all. It's fine.
She squinted even more. There are no other cats here. With you. Yes? She tried to sound stern, but her paws were clawing at the ground below.
Just me, they said, realizing that an injured cat wouldn't opt to stand.
She sighed, giving in. Her dad wouldn't have left an alone, injured cat stranded. Let me see. She stepped closer.
They flinched, though lay down to show the injured leg. What can you do?
With that attitude, I could just leave you here, she said, mumbling. Or take you to our medicine cat, but you'd be a prisoner. Yet, she didn't seem much of a threat with an injured cat.
They mumbled something. Fine. Whatever. They glanced away. Was this act working? Thank you.
She didn't say anything in response, the rain battering her pelt. She huffed. I'll help you. Come on. She tried her hardest to be distant.
He let out a groan, but didn't reply further. Eclipse haze? Who is that?
No, Lakes. I need to speak with Bright Star, she stated, her anxiousness raising through the roof. What's a roof?
Ah, of course.
She tipped her head as she went to the camp.
Ah, Eclipse Haze, there you are. So about our plans later... He paused, eyeing the new face. Who is that?
They eyed the silver Tom.
So we're just bringing in whoever we want now, huh? Do you even know where this cat's been? It could be diseased. Quickly showing his disdain for the loner.
My dad always said wildcats have fleas. They looked at Lightwing, seeming amused.
Her eyes widened at the harsh words he spoke. Lightwing! Can you just get Bright Star? She huffed.
Sure thing, Eclipse. Oh, Bright Star, he called off.
She took a breath, padding over to the cat. See, I'll be right over. Don't cause a scene. Greetings there, Eclipse Haze. Mind telling me who this cat is, or doing here? She spoke with a bold tone.
Yeah, I would like to know, too, he interjected.
Lightwing, dismissed. Join your clanmates. She side-eyed over to Lightwing, then the crowd. So much for a calm situation.
Oh, come on. I think I deserve an explanation as much as anyone else here.
Bright Star, this is Nightshade. I found it near Carry-On Place. I tried getting Borge from Moon Creek. He slipped and fell, so I went in, bring him here. She stated. If she had a color, she'd tug on it.
They chuckled, seemingly nervously. I see. Her orange eyes scanned the feline up and down, their bright purple flowers all over their fur. Her fur raised as she just stared for a moment. Right. Well, the injured will need healing.
Oh, come on, Bright Star. I mean, you're not just gonna let some random loner into camp, right?
I didn't know you were deputy. He glared at Lightwing.
Well,
We've had no issues with outsiders seeking help before. It's my call, and I say they may be allowed to seek healing from us. Or even more, if it wants. The she-cat's kindness actually surprised him. Maybe this one wasn't so bad? No.
no point arguing with the leader. He stepped to the side.
Me and my father were loners before as well. Lightwing. Be careful what you say about diseased cats. She watched him, eyes saddened.
Well, not you, of course. Well, I mean, you can never be too careful.
Everyone treat them like any other clanmate. They're only here for help. Go on with your duties, she called to the crowd, then turned. Eclipses, you can help Nightshade to the med den. Creekmoon will be willing to aid, as anyone would.
She dipped her head. Thank you, Bright Star. She tilted her head for Nightshade to follow.
Her gaze flickered as she'd noticed the unknown cat. Who is this? She'd meowed as she padded forward to inspect the unknown cat.
He peered over the foliage. Moon Creek, this is Nightshade. I found them injured near Carrion Place. I think they twisted their leg. Falling on top of our borage supply. She was still salty.
Maybe the clan shouldn't grow their herbs so close to where I walk. Their tail flicked. She'd hummed out as she'd bent down to feel her leg. Just a sprain. Some rest should do. She'd meowed out as she stood up. Help me get them to the nest. She'd meow at Eclipses. They seemed slightly uncomfortable.
She fidgeted the flowers on her arm. Yes, Creekmoon. She helped them, trying to be gentle.
She then also helped the cat to a nest. They stared at Eclipses.
She chuckled. She scanned the cat. So, do you count how many flowers you have? She sat, waiting.
They shook their head no. You can count, if you want. Befriending this cat would be beneficial. They stood on their hind legs as she'd started to grab some herbs. Ragwort leaves, juniper berries, and cobwebs. She'd then started to mix the ragwort leaves and the juniper berries all together as she'd rubbed them on its leg, then wrapping it together with cobwebs to keep them in place.
She got up, not responding. I'll let you do your thing, Creekmoon. Thank you. She started to bat off.
They closed their eyes. They tried to stay still, not fond of the touch. Her ear flicked as she'd give a small nod, working on Nightshade's leg. Your clan is welcoming. Why? We try to be, she'd meowed before standing up to look at them. Every star was welcoming to many cats. After she died, Bright Star tried to be like her. She'd meowed as she'd finished on their leg. He stayed still, not reacting to the information. Loners are always taught that wild cats are ruthless. I suppose you're told the same. Kinda. We were told that loners are no good, but we still allowed some rogues to join. You know, Eclipses was an outsider. I was an apprentice when Sunrise and Moonfall found her. She'd purred. Really? maybe they would get along after all. Yep, now, you should get some rest. I gotta do my duties. The clan won't heal themselves. She yawned as she stood up. Her tail flicked as she patted away. That meant his leg was fixed, right? He shrugged. They had a plan, and that couldn't be done from sitting in a den.
She jolted, sitting up. Yes? She didn't know what to talk about with him.
He eyed the cats. Can you do any work? He says, eyeing Nightshade. The medicine cat told me to rest, I think. He dipped his head. All right, rest then. I won't argue with that.
He stayed silent, zoning out.
He eyed the cats over once again before leaving. I heard you were a loner.
Mm-hmm. But I don't remember much from it. My father was one as well. She dipped her head.
Her eyes scanned, landing on Eclipse's. Ah, Eclipse's. I need your help with mapping out the flower issue. Could you take Vulturefall with you? They should know. The borage? Yeah, sure, that. I can go with Eclipse. No, I can do that. She cut in.
Huh? Oh, yeah. She stood up abruptly, padding over to Vulturefall, patting Nightshade with her tail, leaving their side.
You... She squinted at the rogue, making a mild face of disgust and distrust. Probably best for you to not infect anyone, you know. They let the words roll over them, staring.
She shuffled at the comments. Do they know that she was also a loner?
Right. Anyhow, I'm sure it's mainly near the storm drain. Just make sure to note of how much is there and report back. Can do.
She nodded her head, patting off.
He locked his eyes with Lightwing. It was Eclipse's that was supposed to watch Nightshade, so they went anyway.
Okay, it's easier if we split up, she stated, but in honesty, she just wanted to be alone. I'll head near the burnt sycamore tree. You go to Storm Drain. Sound good? She questioned.
Sure, she shrugged. Don't get attacked by a squirrel.
She walked away.
She paused, flicking her ears. Was something walking nearby? Hey. They pattered forward, not seeming to care for hiding his presence. Her eyes narrowed, almost immediately baring her teeth. Did you follow me? They had a job to do, and they weren't going to let some she-cat get in the way of that. They had to get closer to Eclipse's. They reared forward, slamming their paws against the she's shoulder to knock them to the side. They gently, though thoroughly, sank the tips of their claws into the cat's pelt. Vulturefall hissed, retaliating with a claw swipe. What's your problem? She trailed off as the wound began to burn. Don't fight it now. I barely scratched you. Don't be dramatic. He stepped over her, simply waiting for the poison to do its thing. She hissed, stumbling as she tried to get back up. You. They rolled onto their side and stopped moving. Their whiskers twitched. They grabbed the cat by the scruff and dragged them into a nearby den. This poison was nearly undetectable. It was too perfect. He was intent on finding Eclipse now.
Do you really think all loner cats are sick or diseased? She cozied up to her friend's side.
Well, you know what I meant. It's just... Look, I saw Nightshade sneak out of camp right after you and Vulturefall left. I think you should be more careful around him. Just precaution is all I'm asking. He gave a small plea.
His pupils narrowed as he slipped away. Not yet comfortable in the warrior's den, they laid out in the open.
Boo.
Oh, you're back.
Mm-hmm. Have you eaten anything since you came here?
No, I didn't want to take anything more than I already have. He lied.
Here. Lightwing gave this to me, but I'm not hungry. She dropped the bird, passing it to them.
Thank you. He forced a purr. She froze, seeing the purple flowers again. She slowly approached, short tail wagging with excitement. Hi, she squeaked, confidence suddenly failing after remembering Mothfrost's story. He gave an odd look to the kit. I'm Bloomkit. What's your name? I like your flowers, she said, perking up slightly when she wasn't told to go away. Hi, I'm Bushkit.
She nodded, just watching the interaction.
He warily glanced over to Eclipse's.
She flinched as they sat closer to her. She sighed. She suddenly remembered what the medicine cat told her about. Ah, crad. The shovel. I forgot. She put a paw to her face.
Do you need me to fetch something for you? Was Eclipse's the medicine cat's gatherer or something?
Oh, do you know where that is? She looked up at it.
I can figure it out.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Nightshade. She smiled at them. Genuine.
He booped her with his nose and patted off.
He began nipping at the chervil, trying to collect it, hoping to give it to Eclipse before Nightshade.
Lightwing? Hey. They quickly realized what he was doing.
Oh, Nightshade, oh, what a funny surprise. His fur began to rise on his back.
Who asked you to be here? His tone was stagnant.
Just thought I'd do something nice for Eclipse. Don't get too close. He backed up, shaking.
Why are you so intent on getting in my way? They stepped forward, pressing.
He backed up further, closer down to the hill. Oh, please. Some unknown cat comes out of nowhere and we're all just supposed to trust you? I, personally, don't like how buddy-buddy you're being with Eclipse.
They curled their lip. I need it more than you do. They let out a yell, jumping onto Lightwing and sending them both barreling down the hill.
As they barreled down the hill, he caught himself before falling into the stream. What are you doing, you foxheart?
You care so much about how twisted and evil rogues are. Have you ever stopped to consider how much the clans have ruined for those left on the outside? Alone! He slashed a claw across the Tom's face. Before realizing his claws were clean, he was out of poison.
Struggling to get back onto his paws. You have a lot of nerve attacking a clan cat. Just wait till the others find out about this. Or better yet, Eclipse. You'll be finished.
Their pupils quickly narrowed at the mention of Eclipse. In a blip of anger, he grabbed the Tom and shoved them down into the water, keeping him on his back. He sank his claws into the Tom's chest and twisted them.
He struggled, head under the stream, desperately pawing upwards at the attacking rogue, with no success.
Their expression was frighteningly still, just watching the Tom struggle as only bubbles rose to the surface.
Under his final breath, he tried muttering something, but it didn't matter now. His body went limp from the lack of oxygen.
They left. They picked up the chervil. Why did he even go that far? There you are, he panted. I found it, eventually.
Oh, no wonder you took very, very long. She chuckled nervously. I'll bring this to Creekman.
He sighed, finally getting to clean his paws now that they were rid of the poison.
She trotted back to Nightshade's side. She spoke. I could show you around, if you want. Kind of stuffy here, don't you think?
I've explored most of the territory. He quickly realized he should take the chance to bond. But, I'm sure there's more.
Mm-hmm. She nodded, flicking his flank, telling it to follow. Her purrs were low as she sat by the tree. This is where I was found. She looked up.
I haven't actually seen this before. He lied between his teeth. Why did you bring me here? This must be a personal place for you.
Yep. I usually bring Lightwing here. We've been attached to the hip since I was brought to camp. My dad used to be the deputy, but my father, on the other hand, really cracked down on him. He stepped down afterwards.
Sounds like you were raised by some strong toms. Was that a normal thing to say? They raised you well. Thank you for sharing that with me.
They're not here anymore, but I can't help but admire the dynamic they had. It was strange, but they were very good mates. She nodded. She missed her parent.
I never knew my parents. They swiped their paw along the ground. WindClan drove them away, and they died in the fight long before I was old enough to know. The other rogues didn't want anything to do with me after. That's why I came here.
I see. WindClan has been on edge for a while from what's happened, but I hate the way some of my own clanmates treat outsiders. Is it so hard to believe that all cats are, I don't know, the same? She huffed.
I understand the hesitance, but I agree. I have every reason to hate clan cats, but you're something else. He chuckled.
So, you've never really met your guardians? Were they ever mates? She tilted her head, gazing at it.
I have no idea. It glanced over. Why do you ask?
I don't know. Have you ever had one? Or just, in general, have a spark for any cat? She laughed, semi-closing her eyes.
They genuinely thought for a moment. I hadn't considered it. I guess it was never a priority. They lay down as well.
She tilted her head. She didn't know how to react. Is that so? She semi-leaning onto the cat now. I don't think we really know what mates are supposed to be. She was slowly falling asleep.
I think that's up for us to decide, he hummed, laying his head down. He slowed his gait as he approached the burnt sycamore. Eclipse haze! He paused, spotting Nightshade laying beside her. And Nightshade.
Slowly rose, frog blinking. What?
Brett Star sent me to fetch you. He paused. Lightwing is dead. He didn't react. Instead, he looked to Eclipse Haze for her response.
She shot up. What? She trembled with her steps. Where? Is he in camp? Her voice cracked, tears swelling.
He slowly nodded. His body was found not too long ago. I believe it's still in the clearing. Let's go, he urged.
She didn't say much, rushing through.
And May? Her eyes lingered to Eclipse Haze sliding into camp. I've been drawing his pelt, she whispered. I'll give you a minute.
She stumbled right into the body, crying into his pelt no longer as dry as before. She wept. No! No! You mouse brain! What happened?
He shifted a bit. They didn't know what to do. Did Eclipse Haze want comfort? Drowned. Unsure how, she meowed out as she looked at his body.
She crawled, crying harder into his pelt. What happened? What happened? What happened? She kept whispering.
Despite the show he'd been putting on, he couldn't help but mutter, what kind of cat drowns in his own territory?
Her ears flicked as she heard the words. She got up, hackles rose with a snarl. You have no right to speak about him! She stormed off.
She's just upset. We all are, she whispered. He gave a hateful look at what was left of Lightwing. Still in death, he was ruining things for them. They sank their claws into the dirt below. Soon after speaking of being mates, Eclipse lashed out at him so genuinely. It wasn't their fault. If Lightwing never got involved, Eclipse Haze would have never suffered the loss. If the clan was any different. If the clan... Anger festered in him. That was it. The clan. They'd show Eclipse Haze what she was worth. They stayed frighteningly still for the rest of the day. They waited for hours until each cat was tucked away in their nest. With absolutely no hesitance, they padded towards the prey pile. They pulled certain pieces of prey towards them. They specifically chose the fresh ones, the ones cats would go for first in the morning. They cut slits under the fur and aggressively pulled the nightshade leaves from their pelt. He tucked the leaves gently under the fur of each of the prey that he'd picked. Stepping over the pile, he grabbed an untouched piece of prey, taking it in his maw. They turned, finished with the job, and once again waited.
She padded into the camp. Well rested, she spotted Nightshade. She spoke in a loud whisper. Oh, Nightshade. He sat, noticeably farther this time. She curled her tail around herself. Thank you. I wanted to say that I'm sorry for yelling at you. She didn't elaborate much. After that, she stayed quiet.
That's okay. You had a lot of big emotions. It's reasonable that they would come out that way. He dropped the frog.
Thank you. But to be honest, frogs are my least favorite. But I'll put it back later. She huffed, shifting her mitts.
His whiskers switched. Just pick something from the back, okay?
Why so specific? She squinted. A small smile formed.
I may have done something for you. You'll have to wait and see.
She saw the burst of cats emerging from the dens. She watched silently. What did Nightshade mean?
Let's go watch.
She followed. You have less flowers now, she pointed out to them. Did something happen?
I must have lost some in the forest, he mumbled. She placed the squirrel down gently and started to eat her share, stopping. She nods, trying to grab something at random. She stiffed the squirrel, then recoiled. It smelt soggy, like a frog. She didn't take a bite. She sat, blinking for a moment, giving the queen and Kit a purr and greeting, as she suddenly didn't feel good, and fell to her paws, coughing. Nightshade's whiskers flicked. Are you okay? Orchid Shiver frowned, before lowering himself as well. Ugh. She blurrily looked up to the cat she loved with her last breath of life. She collapsed. The elder wheezed for a moment before her body stilled, life having left her. Orchid Shiver followed quickly after, his nose buried in Mothfrost's fur. Mothfrost? She cried. Orchid Shiver!
She got up to see what was going on. Why is this happening? Concern covered her face.
It stood, quickly placing a paw on Eclipse's paw. Stop. Let them.
Huh? Her eyes flickering to it. Why? Her heart started to race.
Don't you see how weak they are? A little flower makes them collapse like this. They don't deserve you. I do.
Her maw scrunched up in disgust. She backed up. What? What are you talking about? She snarled, hackle slowly rising.
It's just us now. Watch them. Pathetic. Their gaze sharpened. We should run away together. We can rule the forest together. Just us.
I don't want that. This is my clan, my home. You did this, she growled, yelling.
What? It flinched. I did this for you. Can you not see that? They've done nothing for you but cause you grief.
What are you talking about? They gave me a home, food, they cared for me. What have you done? Taught me for my losses? She yelled back.
No. You're not like them. You were supposed to be mine. Not theirs. The emotion seemed to drain from their face. You're no use. They leapt at Eclipse Haze, slamming them down onto the ground rather easily.
She let out a yell as she thudded onto the floor. She screamed, Nightshade, please! She couldn't hurt a cat that was like her, or like her father. Fear was visible in her eyes.
They froze when they saw the fear in Eclipse's eyes. She'd never looked at him like that. Ever. Her fur raised. Finally, it all clicked into place. The flowers were not the issue. Nightshade was. Her claws unsheathed and finally slammed into it. Get off her! From the most welcoming to malice. He let out a screech, flipping around and clawing Brightstar's muzzle. They slipped away. It was over. He noticed they had stopped the moment his paws met the road. He turned, hackles rose. He was too caught in Eclipse Haze's eyes. He didn't even notice the approaching lights and sound.
She scurried forward, hearing the loud monster. She spoke swiftly. Nightshade, wait!